Hey, Gavox here. So, Team of the Year is upon us. They're going to give you solos to be able to get Team of the Year cards for free. If you're doing it all year, you'll get cards for free too. But this is basically going to be a ranking of the cards that I think in Team of the Year from bottom to top. Obviously, if you get it random, you're not going to really be able to choose. But if you're going after one, if you got coins for one or two, maybe this list will help you out. We're going to determine it, like, which one I think you should go after. The thing is, like, everybody's team is different. Their needs are different. So, like, you can substitute a lot of the cards to the middle of the list or top, bottom list, kind of moving around based off your team needs. So, this is just my opinion about where they rank. But, you know, everybody's team plays a little different. If you're running a theme team, obviously, your ranking will be different because you'll need the guys for your specific theme team above all else. So, let's start right at the top, right at the bottom. So, what is the least valuable, least used position in all of Madden? Punter. Brett Kern goes number 31 on the list of least valuable. You are just, I mean, here's the thing. All these cards is great stats, but what are you going to do with a punter? If you punt in Madden, you failed that drive, all right? So, Kern, sure, great kick power, whatever, but you're last, all right? Punter, you're almost barely not even human. All right, number 30. What do we got here? Do I do periods or not? What do you guys like? Periods or not? We'll do a period for there. Joel Schobert. So why is he so low? Mr. Schobert, because he's got 85 speed as a middle linebacker, and as a middle linebacker that's like a sub-middle linebacker, you need to be fast. Oftentimes you see many people subbing in safeties for linebacker to keep up with guys in their zones and their routes. Let me move this mic down a little bit. It's freaking me out. And not being able to keep up with wide receivers nowadays at 85 speed, not being able to get to the edge against running backs, you're basically a liability out there. So you're going to be number 30 to me. The next one, 29. I'm just going to give up on the periods. Desmond King. Why is Mr. King number 29? Well, let's take a look at his stats here. 95 cornerback, 92 speed. Not exactly like tall, not huge. Good agility, acceleration, of course. But if I'm going to get a 95 cornerback, I'm going to want him to excel at the one thing that I need out of a cornerback, which is generally speed. Because above 90, like, I don't see a whole lot different in their stats there. So 93, it's nice. He gets there. He's not going to be too big of a liability out there, but he's not exactly exceptional or outstanding in the field of what he does at cornerback. So just basically another name right there. Next one up, James White at running back. So why is James White right here with 91 speed? He's got catching. I think this card comes down to whether he gets 95 awareness or not. If he gets 95, I think he's a great third down back. You throw elite route specialists on him so you can get him on angle routes and table routes out to the sidelines. So if he doesn't have 95 awareness, I would throw him below maybe even Joe Schobert. I think he's just not that good if he doesn't get the 95 awareness. So he's a little bit in flux right there of the stats we can't see. Number 27 might be a surprise to some people, or probably not to others. 97, Drew Brees. Now, why is Drew Brees so low on the list? Well, we all have highly mobile quarterbacks, or we should. A 71 speed quarterback in Madden right now just doesn't cut it. High accurate, high speed quarterbacks are the meta for a reason. If you're not going to miss your passes, you're going to want to get somebody that's going to be able to scramble around and pick up yards on the ground to basically make you a two-dimensional threat. So somebody that's kind of like low-end speed, 71's low-end speed right now. You're not going to be, you might get a few yards because they're not going to put up spies, which is fine. But Mike Vick, McNabb, even Josh Allen with his 86 speed, who's only one less than McNabb. The Steve Youngs of the world, they're going to force spies out there. Brees, not so much. You're going to face a harsh pass rush, not be able to run away from the blitz off the edge. So that's why he's so low. I just don't think he's a huge addition to a team where you can get guys that are much more effective. Even though he's highly accurate, I don't think he missed a lot of passes except under pressure right now in Madden with the other cards. All right, next up, and plus 97 is gonna be a little bit pricier. He might be. He might not be because he's a quarterback that's not mobile, but. Fullback Kyle Juszczyk, 87 speed. 93 lead block is nice, so he can get lead the way. The impact block is weirdly low. I don't know why it's 83 when his lead block's 93. I don't really understand the function of those two stats, basically doing the same thing. But he will get lead the way, which is nice. Speed 87, very nice. So a fullback, he's not going to be the sexiest pull. If you pull him randomly, you'll probably choose somebody else. And that's why he is near the end of my list. Who is up next on the docket? Might surprise a few people. I'm going to go Gilmore here. And I'm going to go Gilmore. Again, like I said about Mr. Desmond King, why is Gilmore that low? Well, 93 speed, I don't know. Like, you can obviously boost that up, you know, power it up, sprinter, Madden, put it on your theme team. Then he's great. Then he's mid to high 90 speed. And at that point, it's great. But, like, for a standalone corner, for non-theme teams, I don't think he's there for you. I don't think he's going to be it. I think there's other players that are just as good, if not better, for cheaper. You can get substitutions here. And if you're going to choose one, if you're going to pick one, Gilmore shouldn't be the one you pick, unless, of course, you do have a New England fetish. All right. Number 24, we're going to move on to Mr. Bayard. So another defensive back. The defensive backs seem to be pretty poor outside of one card that you guys are going to know and love to see. So 93 speed. Now, outside of, like, the speed to the safety position is generally a little bit lower than the cornerback position. So 93 speed at safety is perfectly fine. Hit power is a little bit lower than you like. Height, 5'11", fine. Bayard cards have just never played well for me in Madden. Last year, I tried out a bunch of his cards. Didn't play well for me. I was very disappointed by him. I'd be surprised to see if he does a lot better with this card than with other cards at a position. But like I said, you can boost up the speed with the power up, sprinter, so on and so forth to really get him up there to that mid-high 90s, 96 or so, 97 even, speed. So he can be fine. I don't know. Something about him irks me. That's why I got him low on my list. That's more of a personal thing than maybe you guys have enjoyed him in the past more. 23, I'm going to go with Mr. Darius Leonard, a rookie. Nice rookie. And you are going to be right there. 88 speed, once again, you're just not competing with the people that we sub in for sub linebacker spots against the nickel. Obviously, play recognition's great, block shed's great, finesse move, he can rush a little bit, but he's basically a drop linebacker into a system, into a scheme nowadays that we're putting safeties there. 88 speed doesn't cut in my opinion. 6'2" is nice, but again, he just feels like the speed's just a little bit behind the meta at the moment. Like if this comes out 2-3 months ago, he's an amazing card, phenomenal guy, but it is too late in the year for just 88 speed at the linebacker position. In my opinion, just a few more speed would have rocketed him up, but 88 just slightly too slow. But it's not that it's unusable. Don't get me wrong, he's not unusable with 88. It's just lower than like what I respect of a lot of these cards coming out, especially at a 96 overall. All right. Number 22, I'm going to go Chandler Jones. Now, why is this? Basically, it's just his power move. 82 speed is perfectly fine, too. You're looking at basically a power move Bosa at this spot right here at right end. A pass rusher only. Get him at the 99 power move fairly easily. You don't really do too much to the card other than putting pass rush stats on him. And then just let him go. Will he get a lot of pressure? Probably not, because linemen are also improving with the team of the year, and just across the board, you're facing a lot more top-end linemen than you did a few months ago when like LT came out and dominated with those 99 power moves. So basically, he is at the meta. Like he's basically like, I don't know, peak meta right now with 99 power moves. I really wish we could go over 100 for those. I really wish EA would fix that, or else it's gonna be a rough spring and summer. Anyways, Chandler Jones, he's right there. Maybe a little bit too highly ranked. He's only got one standout stat, but I think he's got enough speed to kind of keep up. Obviously, won't keep up with Mr. Vic and the Spy, but nice height. He will do okay at that job and rushing the passer. Right here, we got Juju Smith-Schuster at 21. Lower than I'd like to see him. He is one of now. There's a little bit of confusion right now. You'll probably see this very soon after tomorrow if he gets a power up. So they said all Team of the Year cards that don't have power-ups are getting them, and then they said a couple minutes later 6 power-ups are coming out, and Juju wasn't one of the 6. He doesn't have a power-up yet, and he's not one of the 6 that are getting it. I don't know if he will be getting a power-up or not. If he gets a power-up, he becomes better. I think, I would imagine maybe a 95 can get natural physical chems. I'm not sure, though. I know limited time Legends don't get them. Other cards have gotten them. It's kind of confusing right now. EA, with their inconsistency on what can get physical chem and what not. And along with ability chems and other things like that. But Juju, 93 speed, Steelers, not the fastest, but again, you can chem that up. A good all-around guy. He's got good run blocking too. So just basically a fairly decent all-around receiver, but as you see, he is going to be the lowest of the 4 receivers that I've ranked so far because of the lack of power-up and what have you, and overall goodness. All right, number 20. All right, what do we got here? Bakhtiari. All right, Mr. Left Tackle. Why are you number 20 and not higher like the other linemen in this list? Well, let's take a look. Your run block's 90 is basically it, right? So your pass block, if you only pass the ball, if you're a pass first, rarely run the ball type of guy, I think you move Bakhtiari up. Like like I said at the top of the show, it depends on your scheme. It depends on your team. It depends on what you like to do. Like, these guys can't be evaluated as easily in a bubble as they can to your specific team, to your tailored to your needs. So if you're pass first, absolute stud here. Go ahead, do his power up. There's an end game tackle. Well, not end game, but a very good tackle. It's going to be in your team for a long time. But if you run the ball, if you mix it up, if you run inside zone off the left, the run block at 90 isn't exactly going to be top end. Not going to stick with a lot of the top end block shit that we now have in the game, especially with the new like Garrett coming out and whatnot. All right, so moving back to the list, number 19, 94 Andre Roberts. Now you're like, oh, 94 this high on the list? What's going on? Why is he so high? Well, he might be cheaper, and he's fast. Cheap speed takes the day. 96 speed, you could get some sprinter action on that. You can get some John Madden, you can get some Jets Chem. You can easily get up to 99 if you need it. And 94, even if you can't get it up that high. Faster than Deion Sanders, who we all know just burned people at Christmas time. So 96 speed, beautiful. 5'11 obviously isn't the greatest. Probably not a well-rounded receiver, but I will always take more speed in my wide receiver core when I can get it. So Andre, and that is why you are going to be so high on the list, because you are valuable, cheaper speed than we have seen. So now we got a big clumping of wide receivers. Mr. 96 overall, Adam Thielen there at wide receiver. So gonna have 92 speed. The issue is so he's cheaper, so not as good a speed as Roberts. But the thing with Thielen is, again, another all-around guy, 6'2". I think he can run block a little bit. He's got good stats, spec catch 95 or over. Get that final threshold there. Then jumping, catching traffic, short, medium, deep. Although medium is the one you really want to look at. Make sure that's over 90 for your card. So Adam, I put him one above Roberts, but I wouldn't mind if you need a guy that's just going to run crosses for you to get Roberts instead of Thielen. I think that's a perfectly fine solution for your team because of how powerful crossers and drags and stuff are. Number 17, I'm going to go Alex Mack. Now, again, this is another very specific card to your team and your team needs. This is not a pass blocking. So the interior offensive lineman, I don't mind guys that are a little bit worse on pass blocking because generally your center is going to double team a guy with a guard. Sometimes if you're facing like a blitz, then he'll have to one-on-one. And if you one-on-one Mean Joe Green with 92 pass block power, I could see his power move dominating you a little bit, get kind of like a quick release off that. But the thing with pass blocking is I believe it feels like there's a little bit of a certain timer there. Even like you guys have seen my low-end power-up squad. They hold the pocket for 2 to 3 seconds anyways. There's no like instant wins. So he's not going to get an instant win against them, but he will get shedded. He's not going to lock guys down that much with that pass block power, pass block finesse. But the run block, he will, if you do run the ball, a phenomenal run blocker in the middle. And I do notice a big difference between guys with high run block stats and low run block stats. So that's definitely important if you run the ball at least 40, 50% of the time like I do. I'm more of like a 40%er. All right. Next up, Chris Jones. All right, Chris. What kind of stats you looking at, Mr. Chris Jones? So 76 speed, not the greatest. It's a 3-4 defensive end, block shedding 93, a little bit lower block shedding than you'd like to see on a defensive end that you're going to stick there. And that's why he's not like super high up on the list. But 96 power move, again, another guy that you can pretty easily get to 99 power move. Or if you want to cam out to the block shed side, he's good there. Strength 90 isn't like out of this world, but strength doesn't matter nearly as much as block shed. And then power move, of course, matters the most against passing. So Chris Jones, nothing flashy. I think he'll just be a solid contributor there. I think there are replacements for him a little bit cheaper. Maybe he is a little too high on the list because of the replacements being more plentiful than a couple other positions. But I don't think you'll be angry at Chris Jones if you choose him to fill in a need there. Although I don't know how many needs you have there. All right, so number 15. Did I do Bakhtiari again? I screwed it up. I screwed the whole dang thing. So number 15 will be right tackle Rob Havenstein. Let's go down and scroll down over to him on the thing or the Chrome over here. Rob, 93 pass block, but don't look at that. Look at 95 pass block power, 91 finesse. So obviously he'd be higher on the list if his pass block finesse was higher, but he's got good run blocks. So if you like to run the ball, he's great for your scheme. Go ahead and grab yourself a Rob if that is the tackle you need at right tackle. I know that position's a little bit thinner than other ones if you don't have Lane Johnson. I have Lane, so I won't be getting Rob, but solid looking card there. Damon Harrison is who I'm putting there at number 14. This is the pro thick boy channel. Damon, 97 block shed, 97 strength. He's a big boy. Although Malik says there is a threshold at 300 pounds, so it doesn't really matter how much bigger you are than that. So take that as you will, if you believe in that or not. Power moves 91, a little bit lower, but I like and I want to try out his thick body there. Vita Vea's been just okay in the middle, and he's got a thick body just like Harrison. So if you're getting whammed a lot, Harrison's great because that weight does play into the impact. If you're not getting whammed, I don't know how much of a deal this is. The problem is wham is kind of in the meta right now, so this is like a wham stopper. But then again, Vita Vea is there too, but Vita Vea is also quite expensive. So do with that as you will. All right, and lucky number 13, we're going to go Akeem Hicks. So another defensive lineman moving up. Now, why he's better than, say, Mr. Harrison is because he's got more of a balanced power move deal right there. So Akeem Hicks at left end is going to be that because of the still high block shedding, good power move. So you can kind of like get a little bit more balance than you can with Mr. Harrison. Obviously speed too. Now number 12 might cause some angst out there, but Mr. Todd Gurley is going to get my spot at number 12. Why is Todd Gurley number 12? Well, it's position needs, right? It's like fantasy football. Sometimes when the position is not very valued very highly in the game, it's kind of like ranking goes down. So because we got Ricky, because we have a lot of other top end backs, we got Barry Sanders out there. I think with the price of Todd Gurley at a 98 overall, what he's going to be for what the return on value that you're going to get. Obviously, if you get him randomly, you're going to love him. Todd Gurley's, I mean, don't get me wrong, this looks like a phenomenal card. Absolutely bonkers, great top end speed, elusiveness, break tackle, so on, agility, carrying, whatever. Like perfect, great looking back. The problem is that he's going to be pricey, and you're going to get very similar production out of Ricky Williams. So that's why he got the number 12 ranking for me. Number 11, something that you don't see a lot, a guard outvaluing a halfback, right? These guys aren't sexy. Don't get me wrong. These guys aren't going to like do anything amazing. You're not going to be like, oh God, I got a great right guard. This is awesome. But like just stats across the board. I mean, mirror images each other on the pass and the run side. Run block at 96, and then your pass block, interior pass blocking. Just phenomenal. I was wishing this was going to be DeCastro so that way I could upgrade the Steelers theme team in another position. But Yanda, well-deserved. I think he's a little bit slower. That's still to be seen, but still an absolute grader in the middle and somebody you're going to be very happy with until he misses just blocks because that's just the way Madden is. And then you get frustrated and curse out and throw your controller through a TV. Not that I have any personal experience with that, of course. All right. Did I say... Oh, yeah. Quentin Nelson and Yanda. Wow, I screwed that up. Sorry. Quentin Nelson and Yanda are 11 and 10 back-to-back. So I may have screwed that up. I talked about Yanda, but Quentin Nelson also a little bit lower because he got a little bit lower pass blocking stuff. But whoops, I guess they're back-to-back. So it's like Bubba Gump and Forrest Gump. We're back-to-back. All right, so let's move up. Top 10, we are in number 9 here. Who am I putting? How about them Cowboys? Mr. Leighton Vander Esch. Now, I put Leonard a little bit further down on the rankings because of his speed. 88 speed. I said, meh, I don't really love it. Leighton, he's taller, he's faster. I don't want to say better looking because I'm not going to judge a man for that. But solid. You just gotta love that a little bit more. Acceleration 95. Just it's a good looking card. We'll see what a zone ends up coming out to be. Obviously, definitely not a pass rusher with those kind of power move, finesse moves. So only a 4-3, only a drop linebacker. But overall, looking good, looking very nice for that kind of scheme. So number 8, we are going to go with a defensive lineman and the highest ranked defensive lineman in Team of the Year, in my opinion. Let's scroll over to Mr. Garrett. Wrong, Brown. Browns are getting all the cards. What's the deal with the Brown love, right? Hashtag guru, stop it. Stop making cards for yourself. Just kidding. But 86 speed, very beautiful. 6'4", 96 strength, 95 block shed, 95 power move, 92 acceleration. So overall with the block shed, power move, which is the two I look at most at defensive end, just high rankings right there. So you can get them up quite high in both of them. You can get them 99 on either one, depending on what kind of scheme you want to go with. Either block shedding boosts with the run stuffing or the power moves with the pass rushing chem. So go ahead, grab yourself a Garrett. I don't think you'd be very disappointed in him. You can even move into the interior to fight off as a defensive tackle in like nickel formation. So very decent, very good card actually. Very good speed for the defensive line. All right, number 7. We're talking about speed. At the CB position, Kyle Fuller will be there for you. Kyle Fuller right there, 95 speed. Obviously, you can come him up to 99 with those boosts with the Sprinter, John Madden, power up, that kind of stuff, because he will be getting power up, as we saw on the show. The agility at 93, it's a little lower than you'd like to see. Obviously, 6 foot isn't terrible. It isn't Mel Blunt size, though. Zone man, very nice also. Get those with the lockdown chemistry up a bit. So, overall, very solid card. Very good all-around player, Kyle Fuller. Go ahead and add him to your squad, and I don't think you'll be disappointed with what he can provide there, with especially with the speed boost and whatnot that you can get on him. But 95 speed stock is nothing to scoff at. All right, number 6. You're like, oh, what? A kicker? A special teamer as a football player? What? Why is my voice like this? Why am I sounding like Kermit the Frog? So, kick power 96 is all we're really looking at, right? Hopefully. Now, I don't know. I currently have a 92 kick power kicker. I'm hoping 96 is at that point where I can start getting touchbacks, right? Because I'm sick of giving out the ball at the 35, 40-yard line every time by kicking the fullback or trying to kick it to like a returner, not get a touchdown on me, because it's so easy, it feels like, to get kick return touchdowns. So hopefully 96 can get a few yards deep, maybe halfway into the end zone, where maybe they don't return it all the way on me constantly, so I don't get a field position. But like basically gaining 20 yards of field possession every drive would be huge. Being able to get it on the 25 or maybe even 10 yards, 15 yards of field possession, kicking it in the end zone. So hopefully Gould does that. If he doesn't, then screw him. You're at the end of my list, then you're dead to me. All right. So also being able to kick like 60 yarders really helps too on the field goals. Helps basically get to what, just past midfield, and boom, your money for 3 points at least. Because my drive's gonna end up at 3 points anyways. What's the difference between the 44-yard line and the 1-yard line where I kick the field goal, right? All right, so number 5, Tyreek Hill. You're like, what? Why is Tyreek Hill so low? In a normal world where we didn't have the speed boost that we already have, Tyreek Hill would be higher for me. But we are not in that world. We are in speed boost heaven. So Tyreek, where are you at? 97 speed is nice, but I already had him up to 99. Basically, he's just getting boosts. His medium route running's not there. I'm guessing he's going to get closer to the spin threshold. Let's hopefully he gets 88 spin stock so I can take a zone run off of him. Maybe add to his... If he can get 88 spin stock, I love him. Then I could get his spec catch up to 95, get in that last animation tier. But speed, if you don't have the Madden Chem or Sprinter on your team, absolutely amazing speed, 97 as it is. So... obviously going to be somebody you're going to see a lot if you haven't already seen a lot of him online already. So, number 4, Wagner. We're going to go with the Wagner. That number 4. Why Wagner? Well, he's not number 1 because he's going to be expensive as shit. And speed 92, 6 foot nice, hit power 96, block shit. I mean, this is a phenomenal. The only knock on this card is going to be it's so pricey at 98 overall. So if you can luckily roll for this, like out of those free packs, bless you. Like, that is great job. But getting this guy off the market is going to be an arm and a half. So we'll see what kind of cost he's going to be. I really hope the packs are really good to bring down a lot of these cards' costs tomorrow. I'm really praying the packs are good. I highly doubt it though, so don't get my hopes up. But that's why Wagner is lower than he really should be based off stats, because the 98 overall is going to be so pricey. Otherwise, he would be right up there at the top. Number 3, 95 overall Jamal Adams. All right. Let's see what he's got to offer us. Why is Jamal Adams higher than did I spell it right? Yeah, I spelled it right. Why does it look weird? It looks weird. I don't know why it looked weird in Notepad. I don't know. Anyways, 95 speed. So, yeah. Right there is one of the fastest, or he's right there with Ed Reed, I think, is the fastest strong safety. Hit power 95, which is better than Ed Reed. Man coverage is a little bit lower than you like to see, so cross-manning might be a little bit of a pain. You can get up to 90 man coverage with lockdown chem, which is something that you'll want to do if you do that cross-manning at all. But that brings the zone coverage up then to 95. So, yeah. I mean, this just looks so well statted. I don't even know what to say. Jamal Adams deserved the upgrade. Looks phenomenal. I think we'll be seeing him a lot on the field these next coming months, because with these stats, it's like, whoa. Whoa. This is a good card. So, Jets fans, I hope you're happy. The long national nightmare of not having a Jamal Adams card as high as possible is over. All right, next up. Number 2, more speed, right? George Kittle. And he's getting a power-up. And Kittle's going to get Sprinter on him. So, Kittle with a power-up, with Sprinter. We're getting like a 97 speed tight end. Crazy, right? The only downside on Kittle is he can't spin, and his agility is really low. So I noticed this with the last Kittle that I was using a lot. I didn't love racking the ball with him on drags. I used my tight end a lot on drags and streaks. On streaks and high points, this guy's great. 6'4". Obviously, it could be like Jimmy Graham at 6'7", which is even better, but 6'4" is good enough at high points with that 95 spec catch. But no spin, low agility. It really does hurt the drag game, but maybe you can just outrun man coverage, then slowly turn your Titanic up field. So hopefully that happens. And then number 1. You guys know who number 1 is, right? Number 1 will always be Taiwan. Taiwan number 1. I don't want to hear anything else different. All right? Google it if you don't get it. But you should. Anyways, any other objections to the list? Let me know in the comments below. Tell me how wrong I am. How much more your guy deserved to be higher on the list or deserve better stats. We'll scroll down to the bottom once again. From useless human being Brett Kern being a punter to Taiwan. That is the full range of human value. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Call to action. And I'll see you tomorrow on stream. I'll be streaming 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And I'll be streaming all day for Team of the Year. It'll be a good long day. See you then, guys.